Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the December Angels Rest Blessing. My name is Patty Hegwood, and I want to welcome you today as we share some of the stories of the animals who have passed. We also would like you to join in as well, and if you have a candle at home that you'd like to light, or if you'd like to join us, please do. I know I know an inordinate amount of people this holiday season who are facing a particularly difficult time. And as we know, the holidays are filled with memories and, all the shoulds and supposed tos. And, it's a real reminder for us to figure out our values and what we hold sacred in our world. And this got me to thinking about, believe it or not, Abraham Maslow. And in 1943, a psychologist who created a hierarchy of need. And if you're not familiar, it's really interesting to look up, because basically it mapped out a theory of all of the components that help create a whole life. And when I looked through those basic needs, it was interesting, the one that crossed my mind the most, or actually leveled up for me, and that was safety. And we as human animals can relate to this not only across the board as a matter of humanity, but also with our animal companions as well. That need for safety in our environment, safety with the ones we love. So that's why today I wanted to pull safety out of those little packing peanuts that we have and look at it really closely. What does that mean? It's not only, I don't think of it as a goal, but I actually think of it as a value. And it's a value that we hold, that we want those around us to feel safe. We also want to be the reason they feel safe. And we also want to create boundaries for ourselves that help ourselves keep safe. And for me, it's a really important thing. And I'll tell you why. I never thought of it like this, but when I was standing by a bedside of someone who was passing, someone very dear to me, we had the phone out because they could still hear. And many people were able to express their love and all that this person had meant to them. And there was one person who said, "I hope you're feeling safe. Safe enough to let go. Safe enough to cross. Safe enough to know that the people around you will be okay." And when I think about this with regard to our companion animals, isn't that really all they want? They want to feel safe. We were musing today a little bit in a conversation I was having about, what do our animals think about? Well, there's a book out there about why zebras don't get ulcers. And that's because animals are so fortunate to not have this second level of thinking of ruminating. They don't ruminate over all of these things. My mommy left me and I'm here in this cage, or I have a friend whose dog just went through surgery and she was really feeling bad that her dog had felt abandoned. And I said, you know what? She's not thinking of that right now. She knows you're coming back for her and she's going to be just fine. And she's on lots of good drugs. And one of the things that we have to do is pull ourselves out of these. It's actually exhausting to begin to think all the times about what are they thinking and how are they thinking. Let's think about how we relate to one another. Times are difficult enough as they are. And it's super important for us to open up our hearts and our homes and relate to one another in a way that keeps us all safe. So I made a little checklist. I actually pulled it from somewhere that could do it better than me. And I thought this would be helpful for us to navigate the weeks ahead. When someone is facing a loss and they need you to help them and to be comforting to them, it's okay to acknowledge their loss. Listen without judgment. Be present. Offer to help with daily tasks, even the most menial of tasks. Nothing says you care more than just giving someone a little bit of your time, especially when they're going through a rough time. And also give them some space. Ask them, hey, is this too much? It's okay. It's also too important to give yourself some space. Say you're at capacity. You can say, I can do this for you, but everything else, I need to wait just a minute because I have my own things that I am going through. It's really okay to do that. And then just regular check-ins. The blessing and curse of texts and social media actually can work in our favor, where we can dip in and out of someone's world and just say, hey, I'm just thinking about you. Sometimes I just send someone a heart, and they know exactly what it is we're both relating to. So they don't feel the need that they have to respond to me, and I'm not going to put that burden on them. So I just want to elevate us just a little bit and take pause. And as we go into this, we're wrapping up this year, and we're going into a new year. And everybody's always thinking about, my resolutions, and I'm going to, gym memberships go up. But let's start thinking about that inventory and that renewal of how do we want to show up for the people in our lives? How do we want to show up for the stranger we meet on the street? Where is all that commonality that we share between the human animal and our animal companions? It's really a lot more than sometimes we think it is. So I want you all to take care. And when I wish, and I wish upon a star, I wish for all animals to feel safe and free from harm. And how about we make 2025 the best year yet for the animals? Thank you all for coming today, and thank you for joining us. This has been an amazing day, an amazing year, despite all its ups and downs. Be safe.
Hello, my name is James. I'm a caretaker here at Angels Rest. We want to remember some of the animals that we have lost so far in December. From the sanctuary, from Cat World, we have Val. From tributes sent in to us, we have Luna, Diego, and Cassie, Rose, Clancy, Franklin, Venus, Benji, the Donovan family pets, Micah, Lenny, Little Man, and Mister.
Hello, my name is Josh. I am the manager here at Angels Rest, and I'd like to share a story that was sent in for us. This is about Blanca. Today we celebrate the life of Blanca the turkey, who was adopted from wild friends at the sanctuary in 2020 and brought immense joy to all those around her. Blanca found a loving home with 2 sanctuary employees who cherished her daily explorations of their yard and delighted in her cheerful and sometimes sassy chirps. For almost 3 years, Blanca lived a happy and fulfilling life with her adoptive family before passing away unexpectedly in 2023. Although Blanca is no longer with us, we continue to cherish her memory and honor her legacy. She demonstrated to people that turkeys are remarkable animals with huge personalities. Most importantly, she showed every person she encountered that turkeys are worthy of second chances and possess the capacity to form profound bonds with their human caregivers. And this was sent from Angie. Now, at this point, I'd like to offer a moment of silence for all our loved ones that had passed on either this month or in our past.
So no surprise today that I would end our 2024 blessing year with a poem from Mary Oliver called Don't Hesitate. If you suddenly and unexpectedly feel joy, don't hesitate. Give in to it. There are plenty of lives and whole towns destroyed or about to be. We are not wise and not often very kind, and much can never be redeemed. Still, life has some possibility left. Perhaps this is its way of fighting back, that sometimes something happens better than all the riches and power in the world. It could be anything, but very likely you notice it in the instant that love begins. Anyway, that's often the case. Anyway, whatever it is, don't be afraid of its plenty. Joy is not made to be a crumb. Well, folks, that's a wrap of our 2024 Angels Rest Blessings. And we really appreciate all of you who have joined in, who've come here in person, and we look forward to seeing you in the new year. But until then, I want to make sure that you feel covered. We have resources available. Some will be featured right here. And also, please take note that we will have events throughout the year with Dr. Amanda Weiss and Colleen Ellis as we explore this amazing world of connection and companionship and all the love that comes with loving our animal companions. Until then, be safe.